What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Vlogmas. Alright, so it's actually the very end of my day. Oh, that's my camera. It's like, what is that? It's actually the very end of my day. It is Tuesday, so you guys are probably gonna get this like late, super late on Tuesday, almost basically Wednesday. But my weekend was pretty cool. I've just been really wrapping things up and also just planning for 2020 first quarter and all that stuff. I've also been on a like a detox situation, and so just adjusting to that, which is just like a 7-day situation. It's called the cleaner. And I also am drinking a gallon of water a day. Today was my 4th day completing it. And I'll eventually show you guys what that looks like, because ain't nobody trying to do all that right now. But anyway, my point for today's video, like I said, it's not going to be long drawn. I probably didn't say that, but it's not going to be long drawn, but really just to kind of catch up and bring you guys in on like what's going on. So it is kind of late. It's like 10:40 basically, on a Tuesday. And one of the things that I really felt like God wanted me to talk about were like 2 things. So first of all, obviously it's nighttime, so the lighting ain't the best, but I'm just gonna really not allow that to discourage me from filming at night. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. So the first thing was just like being mindful of people who have lost family members or friends during the holiday season. I think it's really important to, if you are on the other side of it, in terms of like thinking about the person who has essentially lost that person in their lives. If their name crosses your mind, or if the thought of being present for them crosses your mind, please take that and do something with it, because 9 times out of 10, you and a bunch of other people maybe have had the thought of, like maybe we should give them a special gift, or maybe we should just call them up, or maybe, but because of fear of like, how do I show up for this person, everybody had the same thought of like, well, I really don't know what to say, and I really don't know how to be present, or I really don't know how to show up for this person who experienced the loss of a loved one. And I think that actually acting on that versus letting it be a fleeting thought is the differentiation, or is the difference. Differentiation is not even a word, but that's the difference of actually being the hands and feet of Jesus, or just showing up for people, y'all. I think in the holiday season, like, we do kind of like focus on, okay, let's check off all the things, all the gifts, and let's check off, all the things we need to do before we go on break of work, and like all these different things that we get so caught up on that sometimes when we think about somebody, we don't actually act upon those thoughts. And this actually came from someone who thought about me really randomly, or not randomly, and got me like the most simplest gift, but it meant a lot because it was the thought. It was the thought of them acknowledging like, hey, I see you, I thought about you, here it is. Mind you, gifts ain't even my love language. I think it's just the thought of it, and running with that thought and actually showing up for somebody. The holiday season can be really tough. You're probably watching this and you're the person who has lost somebody, and really trying to figure out your first holiday without that person, or maybe your 5th holiday without that person. I think that this time of year can bring about a sting that can just trigger a lot of emotion. And one of the things that helps with me is really allowing myself to have those moments. I think I've said that several times because it really is something that helps me. Just because the person is no longer with us doesn't mean that their memory can no longer be discussed, or their memory can never or the fact that their presence impacted your family or friends in the way that it did, you can never talk about this person. I just want to encourage you that if you think about somebody who has recently lost somebody in their family, or their friends or whatever, call them. Text them. You don't even got to spend a dime. Send them a DM. Send them a voice note. Send them a, I don't know, a e-card. Just something to let them know that they're not alone, and that they're not forgotten. People tend to continue to live, yet the people who are experiencing the loss, or who have experienced the loss, continue to live in the absence of this person, and continue to have to build new norms and new normals and new traditions and new memories and all this stuff without this person. And let me tell you something, the absence of someone at the dinner table is a lot, especially for the first time. And so that was one. Another thing is, I'm so inspired by miracles, and I'm inspired by just the fact that there are miracles happening on the earth that are very supernatural. And I think that we must open our minds to the miracles that God is trying to do in our lives, in and through us, really. I'm just so encouraged and inspired by the resilience and the contending for miracles, signs, and wonders, even on social media, but like in real life. But to be able to have access to something like social media and see what's going on in the world and how people are expressing their acts of faith. Do y'all realize the era that we're living in, that we get to see globally what's going on in the earth? Like, my mind is so blown about that. Like, what about y'all? Anyway, I have an event this Friday, which is a volunteer appreciation event for our church. So that's gonna be fun. And I also have my my old roommate's wedding on Saturday, which I'm super pumped about. Super happy for her. And I'll take you guys along for a little bit. I might actually take my phone so I don't have to carry my vlogging camera. But that's just a little update of what my week is looking like. And then next week is Christmas Eve. You know, Latinos be celebrating on Christmas Eve. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Anyway, y'all, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you comment below whatever you want and subscribe to this channel. Hope you guys are enjoying the Vlogmas, and I'll see you guys in the next one.